All right, we're live now. Happy Women's Day to all of you. We'll take some time while we wait for folks to join in. How's your day been so far, ladies?
It's been really lazy, which is good, right?
It's been
I got the rest.
I think
Actually,
it's much needed, the rest.
I'm sure the moms in the group and the PhD scholar there needs a break.
no. Once like you require that
Needs-
kind of a break, a peace day, and a clumsy, lazy day.
What about you, Smita? Did you get a break or did you work?
Oh, I got a break. I
Oh, good.
slept in the afternoon.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I was a little anxious. I didn't nap. My mind was running.
That's there. I'm lying down. Whether I'm napping or not, that's a
But the
different
mind
thing.
is always
I'm
working.
just
I was like, what if
right.
I don't wake up? So I couldn't.
I think it's
Right.
almost same with everyone.
Yeah. So Dipanchi and Akanksha, your little ones are napping?
No,
Oh
my
no.
son is studying. My husband is in a room
Yeah, it's
locked
fine. Yeah.
studying.
And
So
mine
he's
is
studying. He has his
outside
exams
playing
from
with her
tomorrow.
sister.
Okay, good, good.
Especially when we have events, the little ones don't take a nap.
They can sense your excitement, right, Twinkle?
Yeah. I can see him. I can see him right here. He's there. He's supposed to be studying.
Supposed to.
Dipanshi, you can tell your daughter today we will talk about diabetes, unlike
Oh
last
yes,
time.
yes. So she was very excited. So I thought
Oh,
that, it was yesterday. And she said, Mama,
oh,
you at all. Yeah. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
see? Your little reminder. That's awesome.
Okay. I just wanna encourage people who have joined in. Like, if you can hear us, you can see us. Just give us a thumbs up or say hello to us in the chat, and so that we know that you guys are there. You can see us, hear us. No disturbance. Okay. While that can keep going on,
Yes.
we s- we I think we should still give people just about a minute or so to
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I haven't been able to figure out how to see how many people are in.
I thought if you log in, you can see, but I'm not sure. I can't see anything.
I'm not sure either, but I trust that our background helpers are there and paying attention to all of this. So
Busy in the background, yes.
busy in the
So once
background,
the
yes.
question starts popping up on the chat, you will know that okay, people are live here.
Yes, we'll be able to see in the comments section.
Yes. So saying a hi or a hello will help us know.
Yes. Okay, one of our panelists has just dropped off. Some technical glitch. What's a meeting without a technical glitch, isn't it? All right. So I guess, yes, was someone saying something?
Maybe we should start.
Happy Women's Day.
Yes. Yes, we can start now. I just like to take this
Yeah.
time to kind of welcome everyone to this very special discussion that we have planned today with all these lovely ladies that you see on the screen, including myself. Everyone. So a happy Women's Day to all the women there and everyone who's listening to us. Um, Please note, the links have been shared with each one of you. So I hope you're all here, and yeah, I guess we can begin. So before we go into today's topic, I just want to welcome everyone to the Blue Circle workshops. We've been holding these workshops since every Sunday since 2020. That's almost 6 years now. That's a long time, and we've covered over 250 workshops. We have them every Sunday. So if this is your first one, welcome, and you'll see many more after this. A special thing is that this is run by people who are living with diabetes or caregivers like many, all of us over here. Blue Circle Diabetes Foundation is also India's largest patient-led inclusive diabetes community. So, it's given, personally, I can say it's given a lot of sense of community and belonging to me. I'm a caregiver, and to my son who is a type 1. So it's been excellent. And today, because it's Women's Day, we are celebrating women, and not just for strength, but for the invisible work that every woman has to do while navigating diabetes, either for themselves or for the persons that they are caring for. So without further ado, I'll just quickly introduce myself, and I'll urge each one of you to also introduce yourselves on the panel. Maybe for ease of going ahead, I'll call out your name so that we don't land up, talking over each other. So I'll start. I'll introduce myself. My name is Akanksha. Um, I mean, 30 seconds is such less time when you think about the whirlwind of a journey that I have gone through with, my son was diagnosed with type 1 exactly a year ago. Exactly. This time we were probably coming back from the hospital, and it has completely upended our lives. But we have learned to navigate through that journey. And, the Blue Circle community and Nupur and Snehal and everybody who is part of this has been instrumental to that journey for us. So that's about it from me. Maybe Wrinkle, you can go next.
Yeah. Hi, this is Rinkel Cheda. I'm from Mumbai. Any kind of help, I'm always there. I have a son who was diagnosed as he was born. He had an annular pancreas, and he was kept in the NICU, and that's where a lot of investigations came up, and we came to know that okay, he's diabetic with type 1. His pancreas are not active at all. So 45 days of neonatal hospitalization, we got him back home. He was underweight, and once back he was home, it became very difficult for us to understand what's happening around and all. And then again, with a lot of guidance, lot of research work, we came to know that he's type 1, and he needs to be completely monitoring 24/7 with pricks and with the injections and the insulins to be given. And that's how we found out. Life after that has never been the same, but yes, I've learned a lot of things ahead, and looking forward to do ahead and help others as well.
Thank you so much, Wrinkle. Smita, you could go next, maybe.
Hi, I'm Smita Agarwal. I'm from Jaipur. I have type 1 diabetic. I'm type 1 diabetic. I got diagnosed as gestational diabetes, and then which later on turned to type 1 diabetes. So
I see.
it was
Thank
not
you
in
so much.
continuation. I had there was a break for 1 year, and then I got diagnosed again.
Oh, so you had gestational first, and
Yeah.
then there was a period.
Then
where-
there was a break. Everything went normal after the delivery, and then after 1 year, things started. And
Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing that. Shailaja, I'd request you to go next.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. The Punchi's back. There we go. So I was diagnosed about 7 or 8 years ago, and I have a condition called thalassemia minor, and that causes fake A1C rising. So I was like, oh, I'm just anemic. I don't need, blood sugar is normal. And it turned out after I spent 6 months, trying to get my iron up, but turned out I was diabetic. And initially, everyone thought I'm type 2, given the age. And so I was on medication. I was in the US, so I was traveling back and forth, and it was just difficult getting a doctor to pin it down. And no one even told me to get a C peptide or antibody test. So I just had to, just run from one doctor to another. And finally, I was put on insulin when I wasn't responding. The doctor said, "आपका diabetes ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे बहुत सालों से है." Instead of that, something is wrong with your pancreas. That was funny. But yeah, so since then, it's been a roller coaster. Even though, and you have kids, I don't know how you manage, because even just managing myself has been a challenge. So here we are. I found Nupur online on Twitter, and I joined the group, and I've been moderately active with the group. So it's been good. It's been good to have support.
Yeah, it helps to have support for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
We can laugh about it right now, but I'm sure you weren't laughing about it back then.
No, because at home no one knew how to help, right?
Yeah,
Apart
yeah, I'm
from ye
sure.
mat khao, and then
Yeah.
I get stressed,
खाने के
and
बाद
then
walk
they get
करो.
stressed.
Yes.
And I was like exercising like a maniac all my life, and eating well all my life. So yeah, it was interesting.
Okay.
But yeah,
All
we
right.
all have our
Thanks.
journeys. Yeah.
Yes, we do for sure. All right. Thanks, Shailaja. I'll move on to Dipanshi. Dipanshi, you could introduce yourself quickly.
Yeah, hello everyone. So I'm Dipanshi. I'm 38 years old, living in Gurgaon, having type 3C diabetes, which is a little less known, maybe a more less known form of diabetes. It is mainly caused because my pancreas was damaged, and that's how I ended up getting diabetes. So now, like, apart from diabetes, I have more things to handle, which is related to pancreas, which I will share later. But yes, I have been living with it since my birth, I guess. Like, it's genetic kind of. My mother
Okay.
has it, and one of my cousin's daughter has it. So, like, now when we link it, so it's something of genetic kind of.
Okay. We'll hear a lot more about it soon.
Yeah.
All right, and now let's move on to the most widely known type of diabetes. I guess that's what when you say diabetes, that's the first thing that people think about. So, Ayushi, just brief, and then we can probably go into a longer discussion with you.
Yeah, hi. So my name is Ayushi Singh. I am 28 years old and I was diagnosed with diabetes when I was 16. So it has been 12 years, and for the first 2 years, doctors actually thought that it is type 1. So they just kept on giving me insulin and kept on increasing the, doses. And it was very crazy because I kept fainting and it was not working out. Till one day I myself decided to beg the doctor to start me on oral pills and try once. And yeah, life since has been easier, but we'll see how easy.
Okay, we'll see how easy. That's a nice way of putting it. So, Ayushi, as a woman, living with type 2 diabetes, what has been more challenging for you? I'm saying more challenging because both are challenging. Has it been the managing blood sugars or dealing with the assumptions that society has that, you're 16, it's lifestyle caused, how can it happen so soon? I'm sure all of that happened as well. So, if you could kind of shed more light on that.
Yeah, okay. So when I was diagnosed initially, so most of the people, including my family members, thought that it's just a temporary thing that will be fixed with time, with medications, with care. uh, Even worse was that before that, doctors just kept on getting my hemoglobins checked because they thought that it's something related to weakness, and everything that was symptomatic in my body was never linked with diabetes. And I was put on glucose, and every time I visited the doctor. And I was in Kota that time preparing for my so-called medical entrance exams. And my diagnosis is a one-of-a-kind story. We were learning about diabetes in class, and my teacher was explaining to me every single thing that, there's polyuria, there's polydipsia, there's this, there's that. And I was like, check, 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 check. Mummy, I need to go and get my diabetes tested. And
Oh
that's
my
how I
God.
actually self-diagnosed myself by, simple blood checkups. And the first thing that happened, which was very surprising to me for handling, was the people at the test center actually lashed out at me कि आपको पता नहीं है, you have diabetes, it's like 450 your blood sugar levels, what are you even doing this and that. And I was so confused because it was not easy. And after that, the kind of things that people say to you कि और ये खा रही थी, you were doing this, I asked you to wake up earlier in the morning,
Yeah.
आप ही ये करती थी, somehow it is all your fault. But it was not. I knew it.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
that was the most challenging part.
I'm
Blood
sure
sugar.
it would have been. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, just I was just saying that blood sugars were something that I learned to manage with time, but all of this affected my self-esteem in that age in a really bad way, to which I think I'm still recovering.
Yeah, 16 is a very impressionable age. You're already going through so much as a woman, you know. That's kind of when you enter into the realities of life, and there's so much. Your body goes through hormonal changes, and add to the mix self diagnosing yourself with diabetes. I mean, I can only imagine what you would have felt at that time. But yeah, I mean, like you said, it's a journey of overcoming that and finding your footing in the world.
Yes.
So yeah, is that, you know, I'm was there anything else that you went through that you want to share, that maybe, I don't know, hormones messed you up or anything,
Yeah,
or the
so
emotional labor that you know?
Okay, so this is something that I shared with the group also, and I just want to put it out there for, anybody who might actually be needing it. Um, for the initial couple of years, oh my God, I am a psychology student and I even feel kind of ashamed admitting this. But when I started on insulin, I suddenly gained a lot of weight. And before that, due to falling, just ketoacidosis and everything, I was losing weight. And when I was put on insulin, I gained it very fast. So it was like from 54 to I went to 72 kgs in a period of 4 or 5 months. And that
Hmm.
change was so distressful because I could not even recognize myself. I was afraid to look in the mirror. I started getting, experimenting with my hair and my clothes because somehow I wanted to feel confident in my skin. And happen to be somebody very intelligent, so I also figured out ki I can only lose weight when my blood sugar is actually high. So I stopped insulin, and after a while I even stopped taking my medications. That was the level of denial, because all I wanted at that point of time was to lose the extra weight.
Yeah.
And it continued for almost a period of 5 6 months. So I think that was the toughest part of all of it, because nobody told me that it's okay to go through these changes. I wish I had found something like a community back then, because that is when I actually needed it.
Yes, yes, and these are these unreal and unfair expectations that society kind of puts on us as women, I feel, and sometimes we also land up putting on ourselves because that's how we've been raised. Or like, I'm not saying that our parents have done something wrong by raising us like this, but that's how society is, you know. That's how we are, you know, known to kind of expected to live our lives, to fit in. But hey, more power to you, Ayushi. We are all in this together.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your journey, Ayushi. Um, with that, we now move into the next part. I mean, we've got six different people over here talking about six different experiences. I'll share mine now. Like I introduced myself in the beginning, that I am the mother. I'm a mother to a type 1D child. My son's name is Ayan. He was diagnosed just about a year ago, and we've talked about the diagnosis. We all know that it's difficult. It's earth shattering for the parents. My child is 8 years old, so for me and my husband, my son was not our son was not able to understand what was happening at that time. But I think at this age, the parents carry so much of the emotional load so that the kids don't have to go through it, you know. And they're also young, so they can't be expected to go through it on their own. But today, especially, I want to try and tie this into uh, I'll talk about myself a little bit more, since it's Women's Day. You know, my husband can have other days to himself, it's fine. But yeah, I mean, in our case, we have a very different dynamic. I know that I've met a lot of parents now through the community, and I found that uh, there's always one parent who is kind of maybe given up their career, or is choosing to stay at home, or is carrying more of the load to take care of the child who has type 1 or any other. It's not about type 1, it's any other medical condition as well. In our case, I am the one who goes to work, and my husband has taken time off, and he, for the last year, he focuses more on taking care of our son now. And we have a different dynamic, so it works for us, whatever it is. But a lot of people, when they get to know this, they kind of look at me like, "What? You didn't quit your job?" And I'm just like, "Why should I? Why should it be assumed that it will be me who will quit? Or why should it be assumed that if my son hasn't done his homework, it's because I haven't taken it? Or if his artwork is not submitted in school, इसकी मम्मी ने किया नहीं, मम्मी को फोन करो." That is one thing that I feel that is unfair. And there's so much that we go through, when the diagnosis happened. Of course, it's difficult, and it's very scary and everything. We both went through the same emotions, my husband and I. We both had the same challenges, we both had the same experience. Yet the expectation, I feel, is a little more from the mother, which and I also put that on myself. It's not just society, it's also me. I also put it on myself, and there are days where I lie in bed and I feel guilty कि मैं enough time नहीं दे पा रही हूँ, that I'm not giving enough time to my child because I am busy on a work call, or I am sometimes, when he comes home from school, I'm not able to give him a hug. I feel guilty about that also. And I don't think there's anything wrong in that, because if had the roles been reversed and it had been me who was at home and taking care of my child, and my husband would be going to work, it would be normal. ऐसे ही तो होता है. So I feel that this experience both parents go through, and it gets a little difficult to deal with it sometimes. And a lot of times, I also feel that it is the other women who kind of have these expectations from women. So maybe we all need to kind of stand up for each other. We don't have to go through something so drastic like having a diagnosis at a young age or something like that to be empathetic. We don't have to go through something so drastic in life. We can. My son is here. He wants to come in. He's been listening to me in the other room. So
Hi.
he decided to come and say hi. Okay, can I finish now?
Yes.
I'm speaking because of you only, though. He's
I
very
can hear you.
excited. He's listening to me inside. So he just came and he thought it was the right time to pop in. But yeah, like I was saying, it's a rewarding journey to be a parent. It's difficult to see your child go through it, but um, we should not hold women to other standards, higher standards. Just to everybody who's listening. All right, I think I have said enough. I should move to the next person that I want to talk to, and that is our lady Shailaja. And I want to talk about the type of diabetes that kind of confuses even doctors sometimes,
Confounding. Yeah.
like you told us. I know you've told us how it was like being diagnosed. Like
Yes.
you have LADA,
Yes.
right? So
I have LADA,
how is
yes.
it? Yes, maybe you could tell us a little bit more. Since we'll go into lesser and lesser known forms of diabetes,
Yes.
you tell
Yes.
us a little bit more about it, and how it is often misdiagnosed as type 2 in many conditions. And how did being a woman make your journey all the more, or did it not? What was your experience like? The stage is all yours.
Thank you. So LADA is the latent adult onset it's an autoimmune condition apparently, and your pancreas does get damaged partially. so it's not cranking out enough insulin to use up. And I'm vegetarian, so always high carb diet anyway. But so I was always exercising. So I came from the US, and my dad was like, "You seem to have lost weight." So I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've been working out," because I was doing all this high intensity and running. And so he's like, "No, there's something else is wrong," because my face was also kind of what Ayushi said, right, with ketoacidosis. So I was going through that, but I was not in bed because I didn't know I had a condition. So I'm running around, I'm traveling, and then I go and my blood sugar was 350 or 400 or something. So I was like, this, the first shock. And so I went to the doctor immediately. And so they're asking me to test my HbA1c every day. So then now I'm like, why were they making me test my HbA1c every day? It doesn't change. And at that time, I had no idea. So I'm testing it every day, but not the other pertinent tests, right? So they put me on metformin and whatever other medication, and it didn't budge for like 15 days that I was in India. My blood sugar stayed in the 300 range, and so he's telling me, "Don't go back to America because this is a very expensive disease. You won't be able to afford it." So I'm like, I can't quit my job and just sit here right now. So then, then I went to the US and I came back. And then I finally, like Ayushi had done some reading on my own though. And I was like, okay, doesn't seem right. Then I got my C-peptide tested on my own and was super low. It was under 1. And that was when I was like, okay, so my pancreas isn't functioning. It's not that my lifestyle. And the shame for me was, but I exercise and I keep my weight, down. And, how can this be? And I'm vegetarian and I eat healthy all the time. So that was shameful again. Like I didn't tell anyone for a whole year that I couldn't even articulate I had diabetes because I used to feel ashamed just saying that. Because I'm taking it as in like a personal failure, which I don't know why we do that. Because I couldn't control what was happening in my body, even though I was doing the best I could. So yeah, that mental labor, and then it comes out in our, I don't know about you guys, but Indian families comes out as irritability, right?
Yes.
So like instead of telling your parents you're bad, you're irritable. Yeah. So yeah, that was a good 2 or 3 years. And then I was on Lantus for a while. But then actually, since the good thing is, since I joined Blue Circle and I've been talking to everybody and doing more research, I've been maintaining my blood sugar even better because I have changed my type of insulin I take. And no, I mean, and it's a personal risk. You can't tell everybody to do that. But so because the doctors, that's what happened with me. They put me on Novamax and my weight went from 47 kilos to 62 kilos in like 2 months. And I'm like, this can't be healthy for my body, right? To put on so much weight all of a sudden. And it's not muscle or anything, it's fat.
It's fat.
So yeah, the journey's been, and yeah, so then also, I think the body gets stressed, Akanksha, and I would say take up some yoga or breathing. Because then I, through COVID, had like a whole burnout, and I have since then quit my job in the US and moved back to India. And I'm working remotely now. But yeah, it impacted my life a lot. So managing it alone, working and managing my diet. That's why, as you moms, I don't know how you guys do it with your kids, because managing ourselves is a big task alone. So it's a lot with diet and exercise and work, and it seems like everything piles up. So I do need
it
support.
piles up, yes. And yes, and I think, like you said, the feeling of community. I think that's finding people like you. I was just, when I met Nupur and the entire Blue Circle community, I was just like, my God, there are others like me. And my son was like, there's more people like me. So I can imagine what you also went, since you're going through it yourself.
Yeah, and our families, like, since Ayan is young, you were researching. My parents were just like, well, what can we say? Doctor ke paas chalo. They're taking me everywhere, but that's not helping at a certain point. But so here we are. But one thing I think, this trial, some people are meant to go through tough things because they always say, right, you can handle it, and maybe share your messages, right? Like you and Ayushi and Dipanshi and all of us, we can tell people like, hey, we're diabetic, but look, we're doing all this, and we are managing all this.
Yes.
After a while, takes a while. It's only been a year for you, Akanksha, right? Handling all these things. Yeah.
It takes a while, but yes, I can see that I'm also a different person. We are all, the three of us in our house are all different
Yeah.
people now
Yes.
than what we were before. Yes.
I can imagine. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
That's my story there.
Thank you so much, Shailaja, for
Thank
sharing that. And to everyone who is listening, if you have questions, please, and anything you want to encourage us, please, by all means,
Yeah.
put it up in your comments in the comment section, and we'll get to it soon. All right. With that, I'd kind of like to move to Dipanshi. Where's your little one now when we need her?
Oh, she's busy playing with her little sister. Her Mossy has come here, so busy.
Very nice. So
Yes.
type C, one of the least, probably one of the least talked about. I didn't know about it until I spoke to you. So please tell us how it is so misunderstood, or probably not understood at all. What is you would probably have had to advocate for yourself a lot because nobody is aware of
Oh, yes. And
how
to tell you
how do you
frankly,
navigate. Yes.
yeah, so I myself got to know that I have diabetes 3C 2 years back. Before that, I
Oh,
used to think that I have type T1, and only I did the research. I found it out what kind of condition do I have. No doctors tell, nobody tells that what are you actually having. So in my case, I would say that the biggest part to handle was I didn't know what I had. I just
yeah.
knew that, I have high sugars. And then is this T2, is this T1? Because these are the two most talked about diabetes, right?
Yes.
I was like, what is going on? And then I researched and I Googled and I did all this. And then I found out 2 years back. I'm having this since so I'll just go back a time in, to explain you what exactly I have. So my pancreas got damaged because I had stones in the duct of the pancreas. Okay. So because
Okay.
of which I got operated when I was 22 years old. And at that time, the doctor said that I would be diabetic because my pancreas is damaged. So I would be diabetic in late 30s or so. But
Okay.
Bhagwan ne kuch alag hi chaha tha, and I was diabetic by 25. And I
Okay.
didn't know. Okay. So I started losing weight. And in the end, I had blurry vision. And at that time, I was in Dubai. So I was like कि मुझे दिख रहा है नहीं दिख रहा है क्या हो रहा है पता नहीं. I came back. I got myself checked because my mother is diabetic. So पहला यही था कि diabetes हुई है शायद हो गई है. And my sugars were 354, 400. And I was like, okay. I couldn't understand anything. ठीक है अब क्या करें? So my doctor at that time told me to take Creon, which is digestive enzymes, for a certain period of time only. And आप unawareness का limit देखिए. So since he prescribed for 6 months, so when I was 22 years, I took it only for 6 months. That's it. And then I left it. That led to more, what should I say, damaging my pancreas even more and more and more.
Wow.
And
Okay.
I had no idea what's going on. I was just getting thin. And sugar का तो एकदम से आया. And then I understood, okay, at 25, ठीक है, diabetes है. And from 25 till 32, I managed everything through my diet.
Oh,
मैं
no
आपको बता
insulin?
नहीं सकती, no insulin, no medicine.
Okay.
Only diet because I was adamant. I was like, मुझे diabetes कैसे हो सकती है? Like, क्यों हो रही है? Why? And उस चक्कर में, since I was trying to manage it through my own diet, मैं थोड़ा थोड़ा खाती थी, थोड़ा. And the worst advice that I got was कि थोड़ा थोड़ा खाओ, हर 2 घंटे में थोड़ा थोड़ा खाओ.
Mm,
So मैं वही
yeah.
करती थी. Yes, थोड़ा थोड़ा खाती थी. And I became cranky. मैं आपको बता नहीं सकती, मैं क्रैंकी, चिड़चिड़ी, गुस्से वाली. आप बात करके देखो, यू वोंट अंडरस्टैंड कि मैं ही हूँ ये. लाइक नेवर स्माइलिंग, ऑलवेज क्रैंकी, शाउटिंग, गुस्सा होना, लाइक दीज सिंपल थिंग्स. आपको लगता है कि ये ऐसे ही हो रहा है, कुछ मूड में होगी, बट नो, इट वाज समथिंग वेरी स्ट्रेंज गोइंग ऑन इन माय बॉडी व्हिच आई कुडंट अंडरस्टैंड.
Yeah.
ठीक है. Then when I had to plan a baby, then I started insulin, that too for the baby, not for myself. अब देख रहे हो, मतलब how weird is this? मतलब
Yeah.
मुझे मेरा बच्चा हेल्दी चाहिए इसलिए आई एम गोइंग फॉर इंसुलिन, बट मैं कुछ भी चलूंगी.
मैं
Like,
healthy नहीं चली।
now when I look back, I'm like, मैं अपने लिए
Yeah.
नहीं करने को तैयार थी. How is this possible?
Yeah.
So ऐसे करके देन उसके बाद ठीक है, अब डॉक्टर्स ने तो भी नहीं बताया कि क्या है, बस ये है. देन आई वेंट गूगल, ये सब हुआ. सो करेंटली आई विल टेल यू माय सिचुएशन. सो आई डू टू थिंग्स. पैनक्रियाज हैज टू फंक्शंस. एक एक्सोक्राइन होता है, एक एंडोक्राइन होता है. एंडोक्राइन इज इंसुलिन रिलेटेड and exocrine is digestive enzymes. So apart from managing my diabetes through insulin, I need to take these digestive enzymes too. Because अगर मैं वो नहीं लेती तो मेरे बॉडी में फैट एब्जॉर्प्शन, कुछ भी एब्जॉर्प्शन, नो न्यूट्रिएंट एब्जॉर्प्शन happens. So like this is एक और burden in addition to diabetes. Like now I wouldn't call it burden क्योंकि now it has become my lifestyle.
Yeah. But is that a 3C thing? Is that a type 3C thing? The digestive
Yes. So 3C,
challenges? Or?
yes. So type 3C is when आपको डायबिटीज होती है क्योंकि आपका पैनक्रियास डैमेज हो गया फॉर एनी रीजन.
Okay.
Not only the endocrine function, the whole pancreas.
The whole fat. Okay.
That is when you get 3C.
I see.
And now I understood that I have 3C, so I need to manage two things. So आप लोगों को probably, you need to manage your sugar levels. I need to manage my fat intake, my carb intake, my protein intake, like everything along with managing my sugars.
Okay.
So like this is the difference between probably like normal diabetes and then if I have, in addition to that, digestive enzymes issue as well. So yeah.
Okay, so you got buy one get one free then, Dipanshi.
Yes, unknowingly I got buy one get one free.
Yes.
Yes, you are absolutely correct. Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I had no clue about so many things. Maybe I'll read up about it tonight.
Yes.
Yeah. And what are the signs and everything? Yes, definitely. I will, and I will come back to you for questions later.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much for sharing your story, Dipanshi. Thank you so much. And hi.
You're most welcome. Hi. Ari, aapke paas. Hi.
Hi.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. With that, I want to mention one thing. Smita, pregnancy and diabetes is a completely different battlefield. I feel it must have been so.
Yeah.
I don't know. You must have gone through a whole range of emotions. How did you feel? I mean, it's so easy for me to ask, how did you feel? I can only imagine, but maybe there will be others listening to this who would have gone through the same experience. So, and how did kind of motherhood intersect with the diagnosis? So maybe tell us more about your situation.
Yeah, I got diagnosed in the last trimester. They do the sugar test, and my sugars was really, really high. So they did few more tests, and then they said you had gestational. So you have to really careful about your diet, exercise, and you have to have a strict control. Otherwise, if you don't control your sugars, the baby will keep growing. All the sugar will went to the baby, and the size will keep increasing, and we will have difficulty delivering the baby. So it was really hard. And jhatka, it was more of a jhatka. And then already emotionally you are like hard because of all the hormones. You are like upar niche, kabhi acha, kabhi kharab, kabhi cravings. And then it was tough, though it's been like almost 24 years. So kafi memories is kind of fade out.
Yes,
so, but yeah.
How did you get blamed a lot when I don't know how others are?
No, because what happened, they say when you are when you are pregnant, there are a lot of fluctuation in hormones. So sometimes you get things, but then once you deliver the baby, things will be back to normal.
Okay, so it stays only for the period of the pregnancy.
Yes, for the last trimester, like last 3 months.
Okay, all right.
So, okay, I was like, okay, that was a little relief. Okay, once I deliver, everything will be back to normal. So, but then again, you have to eat also because the baby and you both need the proper nutrition.
Yes.
So it was
Yes.
tough.
Yes.
So yeah, and you cannot take any medicines. So only diet, exercise, and being vegetarian, it was like mostly carb. But so I was like, every time I eat something, I'll walk. Every time I eat something, I'll walk. But
Yeah,
then
that's one thing.
finally,
Go ahead.
yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
have to take insulin at that time also.
Okay.
I was not able to manage it with diet and all those things, so I have to take insulin. I took insulin
You
for
had
some
to.
time.
Okay.
Because
During your third
it
trimester
has
also
to
you took
be
it.
say like you have to be have really strict control.
Yes.
They
Yes.
didn't even if one time one PP was high, they were like, no, we cannot bear that.
Yeah.
So, but after the baby was delivered, everything was okay. I was happy. Things were normal. And then almost after a year, I thought, okay, it's time to lose that weight and get back in shape.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
started gym. First, I was really happy. Oh, within 2 weeks, I lost so much of weight. Oh, I was like, wow, so good. It was so easy for me to lose the pregnancy weight. But then it was like just losing. And then all how everyone is diagnosed. I was
Yeah.
looking really sick, and everybody said you should go and check the doctor. I just went for a normal checkup. They did the regular testings, and they say, "Oh, your sugars are very high."
Okay.
After that, they did all further testings to
Yeah.
make sure. Okay. And because I was 29 at that time, so they first put me on medicines.
Okay. They assumed it's type 2.
Yeah, they assumed it's type 2. So I was on
Yeah.
medicine for 4 or 5 months, and then they switched to insulin. And after that,
Okay.
like it was tough managing kids, like taking care of the baby and yourself.
I was
Like
just
you,
going to ask you that you had a 1-year-old when you had to restart.
yeah,
I mean, you had probably thought insulin, abhi, after delivery, you won't have to take it again. But
yeah,
then after, when your baby was a year old, you had to start that. I,
it was
how
tough.
did you
Like
go? Yeah.
sometimes
How,
you have to eat, and the
yeah.
baby is crying, but you have to eat because you are not feeling good or it's going down. There was no
Yeah.
CGM at that time,
Yeah.
no support groups or nothing. Whatever doctor says, whatever everyone is saying, no Google. Hardly like Google must have started,
Yeah.
but it was not a common thing just to type and check on the Google. So it was tough, but yeah, things happen. I have a very supportive husband, so he also take care of the baby and feeding her so many times when I'm not feeling low.
Yeah.
So, but
That's
yeah,
it's so important to have a support system.
yes, kids also get affected because they are sometimes your sugars are high, sometimes it's low. You're like so chitchara and you will just scold them
Yeah.
and all those things.
And so
बहुत बार
easily
friends की
it's just
पिटाई
like
भी हुई है.
चिड़चिड़ होती है, it's so easy
हाँ,
for that
हाँ,
she's so chidchidi or she's so cranky
हाँ,
all the time. Like I think all of us have talked about being cranky in some form or the other. So yeah, I mean,
And then what my husband said to my daughter, every time you see mama chirchiri or scolding you or saying something, give her orange bite to eat. He will keep a small box on dining table. Just give her because her sugars is going down. So that's why she's scolding you. So give her that. So
it's
that's
I
how
mean,
things went on.
yeah, but it's amazing that, like I was telling Shailaja also, it's amazing that we can sit here today and kind of laugh about it and say that
Yeah,
of all the things that each one of you guys has overcome, and every other woman also has overcome to kind of be here today to be able to talk about it and to share your stories. So thank you so much for sharing your story also,
thank you.
Smita. Thank you so much. And we move to our last panelist. When diabetes kind of enters life within days of birth, your experience with your child having neonatal diabetes, right? So
Yeah.
how has your journey been? What does um, I mean, I know I have a child who's 8 years old. He was 7 when he was diagnosed. But what is it like caring for a baby who can't even speak or express what is happening to him? So, how was that experience? And how did you? I'm sure it would have come coupled with fear as well. So, as a mother, how did you? How was your experience? Please share that with us.
Sure. Firstly, Akanksha, I really can understand what you went through, giving up like the story that you shared about yourself and your husband. So the same thing was here. I had to drop off whatever I was into just for my child. So gradually going ahead, my husband also dropped off. He said, we both are working from home. We are taking care of my child first, our child first.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of a support that we have developed for our child. Secondly, I would like to appreciate Dipanshi. One thing that Dipanshi, what you've been going through was just I can understand because my child is going through one-on-one free. So he's neonatal with annular pancreas and the same endocrine and exocrine issues. So I am going through that. Coming to all three of you, the rest three of you, hats off and a big shout aloud for you guys. You've just done a tremendous job getting over and over with all of these kind of situations and getting through it till you're. So a big
Big
clap
clap
for
to
them.
everyone.
Yeah. So my story comes is, yes, this is for everyone. So my story comes is I forgot to introduce myself as well. I was just with my kid. So I was diagnosed when I myself is a diabetic. I still don't know what type of diabetic I am into. I'm still having research on. So I was diagnosed at the age of 27, just after I got married. So we all were like shocked. And how can it be? None my parents, none his parents, nobody in my entire family is a diabetic. And how did you get it? So there was a very big question, social pressurizing, maybe your habits, eating habits, sleeping habits are not. Because I was very into working hard to, have my career in fashion designing and all a lot of it. So I was very occupied with myself. But somewhere, as I got diagnosed, I had to have a stop. No, nothing can be priority than me myself. And then this journey begins. My husband supported me, my family supported me. We got diagnosed, and directly the doctors had put me on the insulins and metformins at that period of time, saying we'll understand it later, but right now this is the line of treatment you need to go through. Going through, I could manage it very well, my diabetic, because I focused, I exercised, I maintained my health, diet, and everything. Gradually, a year passed by, and then I met a doctor, and I said that, is it okay to conceive in this kind of a situation? So the doctors were like, absolutely yes. And I, going back to my childhood, I myself is a open heart. I had a surgery with an open heart. I had a hole in my heart when I was at the age of 4. So I thought it would have been a difficult part as well. So I went and met a cardiologist, that how can it affect or it reflect if I conceive a baby. So the cardiologist gave me a green signal. There is nothing that can pass on. You can pass on to your child. This condition is it's only going to stay with you. The child is not going to have it. So you can definitely go ahead and plan. And at the age of 18, when I was 18, I had a brain stroke. So although I was never on the pills of any kind of a heart issue, or even with brain hemorrhage, I was never with anything like that. Yeah, but those two major surgeries in my body, there was a nerve which just tore off, and there was a bleeding in the head that happened. And luckily, I was with my parents, and my parents were very much aware of how to handle this. And they took me to the hospital, and immediately within few minutes, it was diagnosed that this is a brain stroke, and you need to get admitted and you need to get this kind of a following. So I was there in the hospital for a month and I got myself operated, and there are platinum wires in my head to stitch the nerve that was torn off, and that's how I survived. So coming down, then I realized that I was diagnosed with diabetes. So my question was, how can I be diabetes? So after a lot of researches, going through doctors and a lot of things, the doctor said there is nothing which is genetic with you, or there is nothing, but there are some kind of medications would have been given to you at that period of time that side effect would have been. So this could be a temporary phase. Don't worry, it will go away, but you can definitely have a baby. So then we finally thought of quite a long, and then we thought, okay, fine, now let's plan up for a baby. And by God's grace, everything went on. I conceived. The doctor said it will be a planned C-section. We don't want to take a chance with you. I said, okay, even normal people have C-sections many a times. So that's completely okay. And that's how it went on. Both of us, everybody in my family was very supportive. And we went through. And in the 9th month of sonography, my doctor found there is something in his stomach, in the baby's stomach. But that we'll come to know only once the baby is out. Okay, we waited, and then we had a planned C-section. The baby was born 1 kg. It was just so tiny. And we didn't know the reason why. Till the sonographies were happening, the doctors were like, everything is okay, everything is going fine. But the doctors also could not come to know what was happening around. Post that, once he was delivered, he was shifted to Jaslok Hospital NICU, which was one of the best in Mumbai. And there he was taken care of with the PTM, and a lot of investigation happened. And they found out that he had an annular pancreas. So a pancreas had made a tail around his spectrum. So that is the start of the stomach and the pipe, the food pipe. So that needs to be getting a surgery. We'll have to go through a surgery. So that's when the 8th day of life, my child went through a surgery, and they just cut it off that. While doing the surgery, they realized the intestines were so stuck that our one finger, and he had 3 layers of his intestines stuck together, which made one finger of ours. So because there was no bowel movements, since it was stuck, there was no air passing on, nothing. So we went through the surgery, lot of prayers, lot of beliefs with God, lot of handing over to the doctors, everybody, they helped us a lot. And that's how Jiansh was all fine coming out from that. The doctors also were not answerable. They were like, we don't know, we are having this first kind of a child. And they kept measuring in the hospital his sugars at around 4 a.m., 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. But they never told us. So Jiansh was in NICU for like 45 days. And I used to suck my, extract my milk and pass him there. And a lot of pregnancies rounds that I can understand Smita ji has gone through. So, you have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of your child. You are in your hypos, but the child is crying. And a lot of phase, I can understand how you've been going through. People at that period of time, your emotional trauma goes for a toss. Trust me, like you hear the things from the people that you trusted, but yes, you do hear a lot of things that you don't want to. इसने मीठा खाया, इसके लिए बच्चे को आ गया, बच्चे को क्या खिलाया था, all that comes up. So a lot of things came up at that period of time. Once he was out of the hospital, I got him home. It was very difficult for us to understand Jiansh, because when was he hungry, when was not, when were his sugars high. So it was a very chotu sa jaan where I had to prick him and syringe him and the doctors asked me do it 5 times a day. I said, are you crazy? I mean, just
Yeah.
show me doing it one time, and I'll tell you that I'm a mother. And it was like, okay. And I had to prick this much leg. Okay, this was the size of his leg, and I had to prick him 5 times a day and get it checked with that time the CGMs were still not there. So getting it checked again, giving him the red pen with that insulins, and he had no mass in him, trust me, but somehow managed that, and he was up. Okay, after that, once the food was intake, the semi-solid foods, when you start, that time he had a lot of issues because those intestines were not very developed. So he had those minor bypasses done at that period of time. So some food, like if I giving him a mashed banana, so 5 days he'll have it absolutely fine. But one day it all of a suddenly it stucks in his intestine, and you can see it in the bowel, and on the stomach there is a stuck thing that embosses out, and you can feel it, that kind of pain that he goes through.
Yeah.
And he keeps vomiting till 3 days consecutively, not having anything. And at that period of time, managing his sugars, managing his hydration becomes a real task. I have to get him admitted in the hospital, and through the IV, he's alive with those the syringes, and
With
the
the
hydration part
with
is
the
taken
IV.
care of. Yes.
How old is he?
So that's
How
how
old
we've
is he
been.
now, Rinka?
He's 11 years old. He'll be just arriving.
My
I've told him to be a part.
My God, all of this discussion would have stirred up so many memories for you. My God,
Yes.
really, what a
Yes.
journey it has been for you and your entire family and your boy also.
Yes,
Uh,
but he is a fighter. He's a
yeah,
fighter. And I have asked only one thing. If he belongs to me, give him to me. If he does not, don't. Don't keep those expectations for me also to, have him by going through all this. I don't want the poor baby to go through a lot of, because
yeah,
every second day they went in there like, we'll get an
yeah.
barium done, and every second day there is a CT to be done. We've observed some movements in his intestines. I am like, please वो नन्हू सा जान को मत कीजिए आप,
Yeah.
just don't make his life so bad for it. But
You're
everything
getting
went on.
comments.
I got him home, and then realized,
You're getting
is
comments
it?
that you're a brave lady. I can see them since you're talking. I'm keeping an eye on it. And in fact, there's been so many people who've
Oh,
written Women's Day to everyone. But
Yes,
somebody said you're such a brave lady. Somebody's called you Braveheart,
that's true.
and you and your son. I mean, really, uh, I'll follow
so it was
Dipanshi.
a very, I'll tell you, I forgot myself who I am as a
Yeah,
person. I forgot to take my injections, insulin. I had just forgot
yeah,
everything. Every 2 hours, waking up, checking for him. Me and my husband, till 6 years of age, we've not slept. We've had alarms in our phones every alternate hours, waking up, checking through his. Gradually, we saw conversions in him, which made
Hmm.
our life a little more difficult. But finally, Dr. Abhishek Kulkarni from SRCC hospital at Worli, he was the one who found out that this fellow is a neonatal genetic diabetic child, and which was the
Okay.
registered case in India. He was the first case. And all over the world, with this type of gene, he is the eighth case in the world.
Oh my God.
So he had a different research team over me. What are you feeding him? How are you making him sleep? Please. I said, I am going nuts. I need to focus on him, or I need to revert back to you, everything. But
Yes.
then, yes, definitely I had to do it for him as well, because
Yes.
I couldn't be that selfish. He was helping me
I have a
for
question.
my, uh, yes.
So, Wrinkle, yours is also similar genetic case? diabetes?
No.
No?
My blood as well, my husband's blood, they all went to UK,
All right.
Exeter, to get it
Okay.
checked, but we are diagnosed with negative, and he was diagnosed with positive,
Only your
with
son. Oh,
PDX,
wow.
yes, in gene mutation.
Wow.
So
Okay.
we were like, what
I-
is the line of treatment? Yeah, sorry.
I'm really conscious of the time and I really want to
Yes.
hear you. But as much as I know, I was telling Nupur, I said, Nupur, you're putting 6 women on the panel. You're going to have us talk so much. We need to have a 1.5 hour session.
Hey, and
For
I'm a
sure.
speech therapist, so I talk for a living.
I'm in training, so I talk for a living
there you
too.
go.
And it's so difficult to stop
There you
talking.
go.
So
No, but
yeah, I mean, as much as
Even after that, at 3 years of age, I put him on insulin pump. Gradually, at 5, the CGMs came. So for him, I used to have those patches done for myself. Okay, same. Let's have mama and baby challenge. And that's how
yeah.
you encourage your child to accept,
Yes. Yes.
yes,
accept
because
it
in
the
the
way
end
he
also
has
to
to.
empower your child to kind of
Yes.
because
Very
they
much.
also
Because
when
he
your
always
child
had
has
that.
yeah
He always had that, why me, mama, why me, why are you putting on me, nobody else has it, why me? So I always say, see, you are a blessed child, you are a blessed child with God has given nobody those kind of blessings that blessings you have. So be grateful for whatever we have. And that's what I've always taught him for. At the end of the day, whatever I have, it's okay, I'm happy I'm having an insulin. We have technology, you have an external insulin pancreas for you, it's okay. So
yeah
creon also, he takes it by himself. In a day he has to take 6 to 7 creons. He takes it, mama, can I have this with this feed? I said, yes, definitely you will have to have it.
that's
So
a fantastic story. That's thank you so much for sharing that, really. And love to all of you and to all your kids. I mean, whether they have diabetes or not, but
Yeah.
love to all of you because it's
definitely.
yeah, big. Wrinkle, you're getting a comment. Big, and that's my mom who's writing here. Wrinkle, a big
Okay.
salute to you, to your entire family. Blessings to your son.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Thank you
It's
so
thank
much.
you so much, ladies. Today we've
Thank
heard
you.
about different types of diabetes. I know we don't have time for questions. I've read through the comments, but because we were also excited to share our stories, it's been great. There's a lot of women people wishing us for Women's Day, but I just want to end with one thing that this is. We've heard so many stories, but I feel that there's one thread that has been common, which is resilience. So, like,
Yes.
happy
Yes.
Women's Day, more power to all of you, to all of us.
Hey,
Yes.
I had a quote, Akanksha, for all you guys.
Go ahead.
So
Yes.
it's from Maya Angelou that we cannot control all the things that happen to us, but we can decide that that won't break us. And I see all of you as examples. Even you as
Definitely.
moms, you guys are so strong and smiling. Smita, all of you, Ayushi, look at you, little teenager diagnosed. I mean, so even with Nupur, she's very inspiring. Nupur, Snehal, everybody. So
Yeah.
yeah, more power
Everybody
to
on the
you guys.
panel.
You are meant to bear these burdens for some reason because you guys are really strong. But lovely to talk with everyone. Thank you, Akanksha.
Yes.
Getting more extra
Same
blessed.
here.
Yeah. I
Yes.
would like
Thank you so
to
much. Yes.
add a
Yes.
point that yeah, we are strong, but there are days when you will be down, so it's okay.
Yes.
Everyone,
Yes.
there are down days. Don't feel sad. Ki, "Oh, I was not able to control the sugar that day," and the things goes up and down. So just don't feel sad about the bad days. You can
That's
cry.
also
You feel
important.
sad.
Yes, yes.
You
Yes.
cry if you have someone, share it out, or you cry alone, but just don't let it linger on that sadness or that bad feeling.
Yes. It's okay to
That's very
feel upset.
important.
Yes. Absolutely. Thank you. And thank you
Thank
so much
you.
to all the
Thank
ladies
you
here.
so much.
Thank
Happy
you to
Women's
the
Day.
audience.
Thank you.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
Don't
everyone.
forget to follow Blue Circle on
Thank
Facebook,
you.
Instagram, LinkedIn. You know how the influencers say like, share,
You
subscribe.
have to.
Everybody say
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
Yes, and please,
Okay.
to everybody there, join in for the in-person meets that we have. It's great. I love joining them. So
It's
yes,
good. Yeah, it's been
thank you
really
so
good.
much. Thank you so much today for sharing your
Thank
Bye,
you
stories.
so
everyone.
much,
Bye
everyone.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Thank you.